Good morning. It's your KCHW morning show right here on KCHW 102.7. We are here with myself, Chuck Ritchie, my lovely co-hosts, Miss Paula Randall and
She's
Mr. Dylan
alive.
Ashbaugh. She is alive and she's back in the studio with us. Well, welcome back, Paula.
Right? And then I interrupted the very handsome Dylan. Right?
And we do have, he is very handsome today. Well, every day.
He's always very handsome.
He is.
For success.
You're a handsome boy.
You just have to own it. You just have to be like, yes,
hold on. I don't
yes.
have your microphone up.
Oh, yeah.
Craig.
What you doing there, Chuck? What's happening?
Dylan doesn't have a microphone.
All right. Well, I might as well.
And we'll be joined by our very special guest today, Kyle Tuttle. He is a traveling banjo player, and he's been out there playing with some huge names in the industry.
Nice.
So, we're happy to have him on today, and we're going to get him on the second half of the show after our break.
Perfect.
But in the meantime, we got lots of stuff to cover. It's Northern Lights Spotlight Day.
Yes.
And if you will cover for me for just a second, Paula, well, I can figure out which one of these cables is
Right.
Dylan's and get it plugged in.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go into the weather. So today, as Chuck said, is Friday, May 22nd. And today we're going to have a high of 77 degrees with mostly cloudy skies this morning, going into partially cloudy skies this afternoon. Winds are slow at south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then this evening we're going to get down to a 50 degrees with some clouds. It's going to open up a little bit. I know there's some northern lights that are possible, I think. I saw tonight, she says with her voice going higher and higher. Also, we have Saturday the 23rd with a high of 81, a low of 49, partially cloudy skies. Sunday the 24th, we have a high of 80, a low of 51, partially cloudy skies. Monday the 25th, we have a high of 76, a low of 45, mostly cloudy skies with a 24% chance of rain. Taking a look at that a little closer, it looks like that rain shower is possible in the evening with 44% in the evening, cloudy with occasional rain showers. Going on to Tuesday the 26th, we have a high of 58, a low of 45, again 24% chance of rain. Looks like those rain chances are more likely in the evening again, increasing clouds in the evening of the 26th, with showers arriving sometime after midnight. Going on to Wednesday the 27th, we have morning showers with a high of 65 and a low of 50 degrees. Thursday the 28th, we have a high of 71, a low of 50, partially cloudy skies. Friday the 29th, we have a high of 69, a low of 45, and it looks like we are going to have showers occasionally going on and off all day into the evening until after midnight. Looking at the next week ahead, it looks like the rain is pretty much going to stop on Friday the 29th, and the highs are going to stay fairly low in the low 80s, upper 70s. And the lows will be in the 50s for the most part.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like I said, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row of potential rain. Mm-hmm. Which is great.
Yeah.
It's great for everything. But
It's all right for me. We still got lots of burning to do, so.
yeah.
Yeah, good.
We also have a building to paint in the next week, and I'm not sure when we're going to be able to get that
Right?
done.
It won't affect the pressure washing, right? So,
It won't affect the pressure washing.
Yeah.
It will affect the painting.
Yeah.
And I think even if there's a 10% chance of rain, we probably shouldn't be out there painting. But,
yeah.
that's just me. I'm overly cautious. I'd rather have the paint stay on the building than on the sidewalk.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to redo it again. Definitely. Well, what about birthdays today? What do we have, Chuck?
Let's see what we have. And Dylan, I got your microphone up, so we're good to go there. Okay. On our True Valley Lions Club calendar for today, we have Jason Rail and Matthew Park with birthdays.
We're going to see if we can sing here. Ready, everybody?
You ready?
All right.
Happy birthday. Happy day. Happy birthday. Yay.
Yay! Oh, hey, that had success. And
Oh,
we all
man.
had jazz hands. I'm very excited.
Sorry, Leah B. I just realized I left my empty container for my lunch sitting on the counter here yesterday.
Dope.
Oh, I shouldn't do that.
Right? And Craig says, ha, ha, ha. I sabotaged you, Chuck.
Yes, you did. I knew it. I knew it was on purpose.
All right. So shout out to Bus 13. Where's our bus sound? Friday is, of course.
I don't think I have it ready. Wait, do I have it ready? No, I
Okay.
don't.
Well, shout
I'm
out to
sorry.
Bus 13 anyway, and you guys are going to have to let us know if you're still listening. Looks like we have string cheese. You guys are going to be hungry today. Sorry.
That's one of my favorite bands.
string cheese with fruit or juice. You can also have a variety of cereal with a cheese stick. For a second, I thought that said cheese steak. I'm like, what is that? Or
A
yogurt.
cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak.
Right. Oh, there you go. And then a chef's choice is also always happening on Fridays. For lunch, you have pizza. Pizza. No, there's no school today. There's no school today.
Why is there no school today?
Because the menu says no school.
That's why there's no school.
That's why there's no school. All they have to do in the lunchroom is put no school, and everybody has to follow.
Sorry, guys. No school today. It says it right there on the lunch calendar.
No lunch.
I know it's probably for Memorial Day, but I thought Memorial Day was celebrated on Monday.
It is celebrated on Monday, and there's no school on Monday, so they have
They
a
got a
very long
4-day
weekend.
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Lucky kids. Well, you know what? It's going to be an awesome day for them to get out to the market.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful weather today. It's going to be a good one. It is going to be absolutely gorgeous. So before we get off here, I did mention, we talked a little bit about pressure washing. I want to put a call out to volunteers.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we're going to be doing some cleanup of the front of the building. We've been up there taking down satellite dishes and getting stuff ready for pressure washing. We need to get the building cleaned up and the sidewalk out, or the drive, or which I guess you call it the driveway out front, parking lot.
The alley, yeah.
Yeah, and then just basically do some general prep. We got a couple pressure washers, and we got a lot of stuff to do before our facade improvement starts. So
Yay, it's going to be so
tomorrow's
exciting.
our prep day, and we're going to be out there working. So if you're feeling free to stop by,
Right?
then go ahead and stop by and say, hey, how can I help? And
We
we'll
need to
probably
have a
plenty for you to
major
do.
party for that facade when it's done,
Oh yeah,
right? And people can dress up, and who has the best costume for the alien, like, light ray suck-up thing?
well, we don't want to give I was going to say we don't want to give too many spoilers about what's going to happen, but I do. If you hold still for more than 10 seconds, I will tell you. So it's not a secret, but it's
Oops. Okay.
No, it's not a secret. It's not. I'm looking forward to it though. But we'll say when we do have a party, you can feel free to dress in your spacey best.
Yes. Somebody's got to be a cow. Boo.
It took me a second, but then I was like, yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right, so going on to the community calendar, we have the Chamber of Commerce meeting is happening right now over at Mistaqua. Goes on from 7 to 8 a.m. If you rush, you can get to the last, 15 minutes or so. But don't rush, don't speed. Follow the speed limit. Today's also pickleball. Pickleball is on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It is now over at the golf course. So go head up to the golf course, and that means minors can go and play pickleball if you happen to not be in school, which you're not because there's no school today. So go play pickleball.
You know what? Minors are allowed. Loggers are allowed.
Right.
Probably any general trade, really. It doesn't really matter what you do for a living.
Anybody can go.
Yeah,
Done.
sorry.
Shh. It's a Friday morning. Hey, and good luck to our tennis group over at State.
Yeah.
They made State. So yesterday, Cora and I only know Cora, so it's Cora and the rest of her team. And the coaches are all headed to State because they made State.
Nice.
So they're playing, yeah. So shout out to our youth over there in State participating in tennis. So super exciting. Right?
Good job.
Today is plein air. If you guys want to do some fun painting, plein air is a wonderful opportunity to go and participate. So that's where you go to Trails End Gallery, and you can bring up to 5 sheets or canvases. And then he will put in his initial. He'll sign the back of them. Mm-hmm. And that way you're originally registered. It's $10. And then you can go anywhere in town and you can paint. Your paintings have to be turned in by Sunday, the 24th. What else do I need to say about plein air? The content needs to be something in Chewelah. Should be a lot of fun. And then they all go up for viewing and for sale up in the gallery and around town. So lots of fun there.
I prefer my air with sprinkles and some syrup.
Your plein air?
Not plain. I like mine with toppings. Sorry.
You're on a roll today.
Sorry.
So, of course, today is a farmer's market. We were talking about that. I do know that there is probably a dinner over at the VFW. Sorry, not the VFW. American Legion Post 54. Andy keeps correcting me, and I need to get that right. So definitely go check out, if you're hungry, what's going on over at the American Legion Post 54.
I thought I'd heard that they were that those were seasonal and they weren't doing any for the summer. But I could be wrong.
No.
Go check with them anyway and find out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought
At least
I could
say
have sworn
hi.
I downloaded a picture of something that was happening
Maybe
soon.
maybe they're announced. Maybe it's coming soon that they're going to take a break. I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
could be. That could be. Well, if you're curious, I had never been in the American Legion Post 54. And I went over there a couple of weeks ago, last month actually. Time is getting away from me.
Isn't it?
And it's very cool. They've got a
Yeah.
bar in there. There's pool tables in there. You
And
know,
they always
go
have
in
great
and
food.
say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, on Fridays anyway.
Yeah. Saturday, the 23rd, we have a drive-through vaccination clinic for cats and dogs happening. That's awesome. That's by the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary, going on from 9:30 to 1. They changed how they do it. You do need to have let's see. He was in here and he said you should go online and register, didn't he?
Yeah, they do have pre-registration now is what he was saying. So if you go to cvasanctuary.org, you can check that out and get yourself pre-registered. But you also can still go wait in line.
Okay, that's why I was hesitating to say that. So yeah, 9:30 to 1, no appointment is absolutely necessary, but you can go online and register. Your dogs must be leashed, cats must be in carriers. Payments are accepted in cash, debit, or credit cards, no checks.
And they do say that if you get in line by 1 p.m., you will be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the website right now, and yes, indeed, there is a button you can pre-register for that vaccination clinic.
No, I think there's a lot more happening this weekend. Isn't there a film festival going on this weekend?
That was last night.
Oh, how was
Yeah,
it?
it was fun. It was fun. It wasn't very well attended, but there were some of the filmmakers there, and it's always a blast. And some of the films were always fun to watch.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that. We were not quite able to go last night. I'm just kind of getting better, so definitely wanted to go see that and missed it.
That's okay. It was fun. We had a good time. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad. All right, so let's see. Going on for highlights for the rest of the month, we have, what should we highlight, Chuck?
Next weekend, we have Chihuahua's Got Talent. It's happening at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. I'm struggling getting that up on the calendar. Every time I try, it just spins and spins and spins. But I think I have a problem with my computer. It's not
right. Clear your cookies. So that's on May 30th.
May 30th, yeah. May 30th at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. Mm-hmm. We've got an amazing lineup.
Yes.
It's going to be a great show. You can get your tickets at kchw.org. I'm going to get those tickets out hopefully today or tomorrow at, of course, the usual ticket outlets here in Chihuahua, Valley and Acres.
Uh-huh.
And then, so we've
got... And you can get them at the door still, right?
Yeah, we can get them at the door.
Okay.
You can visit me at the Farmers Market today and next Friday. I'll have those tickets with me that you can purchase directly. Or again, go to kchw.org and click on the link and get your tickets online. So it's going to be, these shows, there's always... There's like two sort of I call them, they're not really dark horse, that isn't the right term for them, but there's always somebody that is well-loved, well-known in the community. That seems like every year we get one that surprises everybody that comes out with a talent they've been working on,
right,
or something that we don't know about. We have one of those this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it is. You're going to have to come see the show, but
right,
there's always that person that, like, oh my gosh, everybody knows this person, and nobody knew they could do this.
They know nobody they could do it.
And we always have. So there's another lady that had never sung. She came up. She said, "I've never sang in front of another human being." And
yes,
blew everyone. No, she said she did sing at her dad's wake. That was the only time she's ever sung in front of people.
Yeah, she's got a fun voice,
and just blew everybody away. Yeah, beautiful,
really
pitch
fun
perfect voice. Yeah, no notes.
Yeah, really fun voice. So that is going on May 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Center for the Arts. Because I realized that we did not tell people what time that was happening.
Yes.
Okay, so going on for the rest of the month, I don't see anything. Let's see, highlighting. And then we can go on to the Northern Light Spotlight.
Yeah.
I do want to, of course, put a shout out to the Chihuahua 250 events. We have tons of events going on for the week of July 4th. Stay in town. We've got things starting July 3rd, going all the way to July 12th, including a apple pie contest, bingo, a Truckapalooza trivia night, nights at the museum. There's a show at the Center for the Arts on the 3rd. There's a tour of the historic Pioneer Library. Oh, Pioneer Cemetery. That would be a whole different kind of library, wouldn't it? There's food at the American Legion Post 54. There's movie nights. It's a full week plus of events happening. So definitely keep an eye out for that, and we'll have that calendar up on the Chihuahua.events website.
Well, and don't forget the weekend before that, or the week before that, June 29th at the Autoview Drive-In is
Red Elvis.
Igor and the Red Elvises coming back.
Oh man.
Going to play at the drive-in. How often do you ever get to see Ukrainian rockabilly at a drive-in movie theater? Come
Oh my
on
gosh,
now.
it's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
So
And-
much fun.
And once a year is just not enough.
Right?
Once you see them once, and
Right?
it's just such
I
a
mean,
great
what
show.
a crazy high energy show. I mean, it is so much. They're goofballs. They're amazing musicians.
Comedy-based music. And,
Oh my! It is so
Love
much
it.
fun.
Right? And last year, it was so interesting because we were in rehearsal for Tempest and when they were playing. And so we came after rehearsal and we got to come in and see the Red Elvises. And it was so
Yes.
much fun. All right. So let's see. The other thing I want to highlight is on June 2nd, we have the community input session, the Cultural Center Elevator and Expansion Project.
Yes.
Oh, we are working at the CCD to get an elevator put into the Huff building so that it is actually fully ADA compliant,
Yes.
which means that opens up the entire upstairs for additional classes, events, rental. There's a kitchen up there. So it just will make a huge difference to what we are able to offer to our community. So come on out to the Huff building on June 2nd from 5:30 to 6:30 and give us an idea of your thoughts on what you think about the future of the Aaron Huff Memorial Culture Center.
Yeah. You know, there have been times during events when potters have had their wares upstairs, and that's a lot to carry pottery and heavy stuff up and down the stairs, as well as people going up there. You know, for the City
Well,
Sidewalks event.
Yeah, City Sidewalks and Chewville, we have people there, and there are lots of other times where we have vendors upstairs and downstairs, and people, both the vendors having to carry stuff up those stairs, and then people trying to get up there.
Yep.
Definitely takes a hit. So
It does.
I'm going to hand things off to our wonderful Dylan, and I'm going to stop talking. Oh, angels
right.
are singing.
Alrighty.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with the Northern Lights Spotlight. I want to thank everybody for posting there, and Craig's obviously been doing a lot of work to make sure that those postings are up there. Number one, right off the bat, Friday, that's today, May 22nd, is the start of
Friday,
Burning
Friday.
Cow Barter Fest. And there's just a great lineup going on there. It's out at Tombstone Ranch out in Springdale. And this isn't just grazing, she's raising the temperature. Says, welcome to the wildest weekend in the pasture. Grab your boots, tune your strings, and get ready to turn up the heat. So yeah, they've got a great lineup of vendors there. Weekend camping passes, $30 for adult, $10 for children, 13 and up. Ages 12 and under are free. There's concert passes as well available. And speaking of passes, Zach Pass and I will be out there.
Outstanding.
So,
Good.
yeah.
Good segue.
And
Hey,
they do.
not just you and Zach Pass. There's a third member
Oh
there.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Daniel will be there, our awesome bass player.
Daniel, who also just commented that what do you say? The Air in L.A. also has toppings.
Yeah. So yeah, get on out there to the Burning Cow Barter Fest 26. It's coming up. We've got Belle's 84th birthday party at the Oasis, and this looks really good. This is going to be on Sunday at 5 p.m. Live music, laughter, and love.
Miss Beldine,
Aw.
Belle of the Ball.
Let's go wish her a
Yes.
happy birthday and be there. That is great. Craig and the Brats at Chan's Red Dragon. These guys do great stuff. Doug and Sally McQueen, the Brats, quote unquote, join their son Craig for a night of music
Who?
that crosses many genres that took centuries to make. We will also have the extremely talented Jacob Van Now and Denver Rhiannon supplying the energy between our sets. Come down and experience music only a family can offer to, and make sure to bring your appetite plus your thirst for evening. For the evening. Thirst. Bring your thirst. Dancing will be strictly prohibited because that's just how bratty we are. So
Ooh.
that's a little bit of
Oh,
reverse
no.
psychology, I think. There.
Don't dance.
Right, so.
Don't enjoy
You
yourself.
cannot
Don't
dance. Don't dance.
You can dance if you
Nope.
want to. You can
As-
leave
as
your
my-
friends behind.
As my high school English teacher said, no fun having in this classroom.
And if you dance, but if you don't
All right.
dance, then you're no friend of
friend
mine.
mine. All right. Craig McQueen Acoustic Experience. Big Red's Colbert Trading Company. And Craig's been out just getting into these kind of off the beaten path sort of places. You can't really see the place right off of Highway 2, just north of, the last light there heading up north.
Can't get that from here.
So you get to Colbert, and it's just right there behind the storage facility there, kind of. You just drive into Colbert there. Craig McQueen brings back his solo performance to Big Red's Colbert Trading Company. Come enjoy some delicious food and tasty tunes in a family-friendly environment. This little venue is a local gathering place and will definitely earn your return business.
Nice.
Yeah, they got some great things going there. Songwriters in the round. Opening night, let's see, at the Social, Sunday, May 31st at 5 p.m. at the Social out in Spokane. So go check that out. Join us for our very first night of brand new live music series, Songwriters in the Round, an intimate, up-close concert experience where the stories are just as powerful as the songs. Featuring Amanda Moss, Jeremiah Banks, Rusty Jackson, Steve Shinham. In this unique format, the songwriters take turns performing their original songs, telling the stories behind them, and even jumping in on each other's tunes. It's a raw, real, and completely different from a typical live show. So, sounds like there's some people that are working together there out at the Social.
And where is that again? It's called the Social?
That is out off of Trent. I'm looking for an address here. Let's see. It says Social. Amazing. Let's see. I don't see an address here. Oh, Spokane Valley, Washington. I know it's out off of Trent there. There.
Yeah, 6412 East Trent Avenue.
Yeah, not far from, just past Fancher. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see. And I know they're going to be doing a lot of great shows out there. They've got a great yard with a nice stage out there at the Social. So that's going to be going well.
Very cool. And I'm going to see some spam musubu with tater tots.
Yeah. Thursday on, we want to mention this show again, Super Suckers and Scott Bieram, June 11th at 8 p.m., the District Bar, event by the District Bar. And let's see, that is Friday, let's see. Well, on sale, the tickets have been on sale now for a while yet. But yeah, this one, these guys have really promoted this gig. I imagine that's going to be a great show.
Right on.
Super Suckers. All right, Northwest Breeze.
That's a great band name.
Super Suckers?
Yeah, I love it.
Northwest Breeze, Two Stones, One Bird, and Jake Rosier in The Implication. Tico Empire Theater. And this is another one I know that Craig had put together. He was out doing some work, helping people with roofs, and he ran across this. He was telling me a story about being down there, being in Tico, and finding this theater. So this is just a fantastic show. Just keep moving on and making, creating our own shows. Five Sons Enterprises presents a concert at the Empire Theater in Tico, Washington, Saturday, June 13th at 7 p.m. Pre-sale tickets are $15. Will be available at the Trestle Coffee in Tico. Ooh. So you can go to the Trestle Coffee in Tico, plus through the bands. So you can contact the bands if you want to get tickets for that show. Once again, that's June 13th at 7 p.m. So get there.
Nice.
Have some fun. You can't dance.
Nope. Forbidden.
You can dance if you want to.
No, you can't.
You can leave your friends behind.
Yes, you can.
Okay, this looks like a fun one. Soap Lake Food and Folk Festival, June 19th at 12 p.m. through June 20th. Cloudview Farm, Ephrata. Event by Friends of the Lower Grand Coulee and Soap Lake Food and Folk Festival. There's been a lot of really good shows that are coming up there, Ephrata. The third annual Soap Lake Food and Folk Festival returns June 19th through the 20th. Live music, local food, workshops, craft vendors, family activities. and community gatherings across the lower Grand Coulee. We went out to that Okanagan Fest, and unfortunately, I know Daniel wasn't feeling too well that weekend.
Yeah.
But gosh, what an amazing show that was. I mean, that's just growing.
Oh, good.
I mean, there's so many people out there. Hopefully, we'll be back out there next year.
Yeah, this crud that's going around is no fun. That's for
No,
sure.
it is, and everybody's just been kind of.
It's been knocking people down for a while.
It does it over a week. So this is what we're going on. Yeah, over a week. This is my second week.
It's crazy. But you're feeling better now.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
I'm still a little, you can hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
get out and get some frequencies and music and things like that. I'll drive it out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Help
Right?
drive
Get
it
some
out.
frequencies.
Keep the good.
I love that.
Keep the good
I love that.
energy going, right?
Well, today is National Buy a Musical Instrument Day, so
Ooh.
I think I definitely need to go home and
Buy a
I'm not going to
musical
buy a
instrument.
maybe musical instrument, but I definitely
Yeah.
will pick up our ukuleles maybe and start playing an ukulele,
Right on.
right?
Very cool.
We started out on the congas this morning. That's a great way to start the morning.
There you go. That
We
is a
did.
great way to start the morning.
We did. That was fun.
So another one here. We got Mountain Grass Unit, 208 West Holly Street, Bellingham, Washington. Monday, June 29th. Mountain Grass event by Wild Buffalo House of Music and Mountain Grass Unit. Bellingham. This was another one Craig had posted for these guys. Hailing from Birmingham, Alabama, Mountain Grass Unit has rapidly emerged as one of the most electrifying young bands in modern bluegrass, fusing razor-sharp picking, fearless improvisation, and four-part harmony into a sound that feels both rooted and revolutionary. They've got a great write-up there for these guys. Check out the Northern Lights Spotlight page if you want more information on that show. I got to mention this one again. We've got our friends Dave and Ray at Yep Canham Celebration. This is out to Friday, July 17th at 3:30 p.m. to 4:30, Yep Canham Park. So that we want to keep following Dave and Ray. They're great duet.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
They are fun.
We had them on the podcast, and just what a great episode. Great fun putting that all together with those lovely people.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I want to mention still too the Mystiqua Casino Hotel Car Show.
Yes.
Say that 10 times real fast. Mystiqua Casino. All right. Event by the Casino 2555 Smith Road, Chihuahua, Washington. Join us for our annual Mystiqua Casino Hotel Car Show on Saturday, August 1st. Car show participants, be sure to get signed up ahead of time so you don't miss any key announcements or event information. Entry is free, and your participation puts you in the running for cash awards, a trophy, and well-earned bragging rights.
Ooh.
So mark your calendar for Saturday, August 1st, 2026 at 10 a.m.
Right on. Well, speaking of car shows, there's another big one happening this weekend in the Chihuahua City Park. Yeah, it's the Nostalgia Days car show, Saturday, May 23rd from 9 to 4.
Oh, fun. Who's putting
Yeah.
that
Right.
on?
That's the Chokes and Spokes Antique Car Club.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
we
that's-
have to get that on the calendar.
That's a fun annual one, yeah. Yeah, we do. It's every year they do this. It's 9 to 4. The park gets filled with beautiful cars.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I didn't realize until last year that I was really a big fan of car shows.
Right. When we
Oh,
had the one, the KCHW
Yeah.
one. It's
Like,
fun
man,
going
this is-
walking around and looking at all the character.
I never went to them as kids. My dad. My dad was all about cars are for practical transportation, not entertainment. And we weren't a car family.
Right.
And just they're amazing. I love going to see the old cars.
I do
I mean,
too.
they always turn my head, but
The stories. Like there
Oh,
was
yeah.
one car that it was I was talking to the couple and I'm trying to remember the story properly. I'm probably going to totally mess it up, so I might be elaborating here, but the story they shared about she liked the car, he bought the car for her, and then they spent their quality time together was playing and working on that car. And
Yeah.
so when
Aw.
they got it all fixed up, then their quality time together became dressing up in the same period as the car. and driving and going to these car shows. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so romantic and so sweet.
That is
Because it's-
incredible.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
They were so excited, and they were still just, glowy, madly in love, and it was just fun. And it was that car that was a big
Yeah.
key in. They said whenever things got too stressful, because of course, working on a car, working on anything together is going to be stressful, they would stop. It wasn't something they had to do. It wasn't something that, there was a deadline looming over their head. So the second it became not fun, they just stopped and walked away.
Yeah.
And then came back with very achievable goals. Okay, well, let's do this, and we'll finish that, and then we'll walk away.
It's a very artistic thing too.
Yeah.
I
It really
find
is.
that everybody is very, they put their personalities into it. They think about these things, and even if they aren't
Yeah.
like super clean, super well done. Rose and I had gone to Wallace, and we just wanted to go to Wallace one time in May, and
As
so
one
we
does.
stopped by there, and there just happened to be a car show going there, and so we've always tried to get there every year now, because when you have those car shows like in Wallace, it's just also a really cool town.
Ooh,
There's,
yeah.
there's all the really cool pawn shops and knick-knack shops and stuff like that. A lot of other things to see, a lot of history there.
Right.
With Lana Turner being, from there.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, it's just great shows, great personalities that are put into the cars, and it's just an amazing show.
Well, and
Very cool.
classic cars and music. That's peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got the
absolutely.
stage, octagon stage, right there in
Oh,
the
nice.
town, middle of town.
Very cool.
Yeah,
And
well,
don't
that's
forget
just
the
fun.
mini donuts. There's like a line going down the street for the mini donuts, guys.
Well, when our donut guys are here, there's lines going down the street.
Yeah.
Our sourdough donut guys. Oh.
You said that and you just made me realize, ooh, I can have one in just a couple hours.
Farmers market is today.
I didn't get one last week. I was trying to save myself for lunch. I know,
Is that
right?
Meatballs, flying with meatballs. They do that. I love that. I'm like, that's so accurate. Okay.
Flying with meatballs. What?
The show, the isn't it the movie that flying with the meatball
Oh,
animated-
Cloudy with a Chance.
Cloudy with a Chance
Yes,
of
yes,
Meatballs,
yes.
yeah.
Cloudy, yeah.
Flying with
Chowder,
meatballs.
chowder. I don't know.
I just picture Paula
Meatballs.
soaring through
Chowder
the
and
sky
meatballs.
with meatballs.
Everybody listening is like, oh, maybe Paula's not 100% yet. She's hallucinating about flying meatballs. Oh,
Sorry,
no.
where were we?
We are going
yeah.
on our break.
Are we? Okay.
Are we
Yeah,
done? Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, we all wrapped up.
Yep.
Really quickly, so we have a few minutes to kill until we need to go to our break.
Okay.
And we don't have our guest on our Zoom call yet, so we're gonna what we call in the industry stretch.
Okay. Well,
Just a moment.
I'm having a lot of fun. Guess what they found?
What'd they find?
So when he's doing the Northern Light Spotlight, I'm like totally looking for trivia, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a new T-Rex from the dinosaur age, and it ruled the seas with a skull-crushing bite. The newly described Mosasaurus Tylosaurus rex,
Oh.
right? Tylosaurus rex spanned up to 43 feet.
Wow.
And may have been one of the fiercest marine predators of the dinosaur age. Ooh, and it's not so skinny like a Mosasaurus. This is like a bigger
Whale version of T-Rex.
Is it
Wow.
Tylosaurus?
Tylosaurus.
Tylo.
Tylo saurus. So Tylosaurus.
Well,
Tylosaurus.
you got to those Tylers.
I know, you got to watch out for them.
Right.
They're biters.
Tyler.
Right? So it says it lived at the same time as dinosaurs during the Cretaceous period. The newly named species fits into an already known genus, Tylosaurus. Well, I didn't know that was a genus, but I guess so. It's T-Rex for short, and it sets it apart from other mosasaur species in the group. The species name means king of the Tylosaurs. They're about 80 million years old and were discovered mostly in northern Texas. Ooh.
It's kind of almost
It'd have to be from Texas.
It would
almost
have to be.
dolphin-like.
Everything's bigger in Texas,
right?
right?
I wouldn't say quite dolphin-like, like a dolphin and a giant whale and a shark had all
Or a
kind
gator
of got
or
together.
something.
I think a gator,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
It's almost, I mean, we don't know what they actually look like, but the artist depiction here, it's got like sea turtle flippers.
Interesting.
Yeah. So very
Interesting.
cool, right? And then today is also National Vanilla Pudding Day.
Ooh.
So today everybody should be making vanilla pudding.
So have some plain pudding with your plain air.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right? And then my favorite, because they have a VW bus, is National Road Trip Day.
Ooh.
Right? Road trip.
Any day's a good day for a road trip.
Every day's a good day for a road trip. We haven't been on a road trip in so long.
I'm taking a road trip to the Chula City Park today to go to the farmer's market.
Ooh, right. That'll be a fun road trip. It'll be a short road trip. It'll be fun.
Okay, we're here, kids.
All right. Let's see what they say about National Road Trip because I need more information. I need more. The
Give
Friday
us
before
more.
Memorial Day is declared National Road Trip Day and serves as the official kickoff of the summer road trip season. Millions of Americans hit the road each year over the long weekend to visit friends and family while paying tribute to our American heroes. So yeah, there you go.
Outstanding.
A recent survey suggests an overwhelming majority prefer driving as a leading choice for reaching their summer destinations. I can see that.
I could see that too, yeah. Although I don't know, with these gas prices, woo.
Oh my gosh. Right? Yeah, I'm really happy with my little electric car, I'll tell you that.
I will have to say, last time I went down to the Tri-Cities, it's about a 4-hour drive, not too bad.
Yeah.
We have a Prius. It gets really good gas mileage.
Yeah.
And $20 to take the train down to the Tri-Cities and back, which is
Wow.
which is crazy. Well, $20 there and $20, so $20 each way.
Uh-huh.
But you can't even get down there with the Prius for that.
Yeah. I mean, that's if the train is running it on time.
Yeah, which it never, ever,
Ever.
is running on time.
Ever.
No.
I have a F-350 Ford with a 460 motor. $20 would probably not even get me to the train station.
No, that would get you to the farmer's market.
About
park.
halfway there.
Yeah, that would get you to the farmer's market from here. That's exactly right.
I used to have one of those with the V10, and that thing 8 miles a gallon, loaded full, didn't matter.
Yeah.
8 miles a gallon, no
You know
matter what.
we saw on the road here in Washington, on the east side, not the west side, but on the east side, we were coming back from Spokane. Why were we in Spokane? No
I
idea.
don't know why were you in Spokane?
Why would anybody go to Spokane? But we saw the electric Eurovan
Ooh,
because those are officially. I'm looking it up right now, everybody.
for the low price of an average home mortgage.
Yeah. So the 2025 electric bus from Volkswagen, and you can customize it for the low price of $59,995.
Well, that's not near as bad as I was expecting.
Uh-uh.
It seems like all the other cars have gone up to match that price, though.
Let's see. Charging on Fast Forward, charge from 10% to 80% in 26 minutes with 200 kilowatt DC fast charging. Let's see. Wireless app connect and wireless charging. Nice. Yeah, I want one. This is my dream. Like, if I win the lottery, I'm so getting an electric
It's a good thing
bus.
they're not one of our sponsors because you would have just violated about 20 FCC rules there. That's okay.
I didn't tell anybody to buy one. I didn't say you have to go do it.
Sounded like a car ad there, but that's okay.
Oh, no. No, it's just me drooling. It's me drooling because we had Eurovans.
Have you seen the ones that are like convertible campers where the whole thing, like with the push of a button, it slides out like a transformer? It goes and the walls pop up.
Yes, you showed me one.
Those things are crazy.
Those are crazy.
Those are the price of a. I
They
could pay
are.
my mortgage off with that. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
With a
but they're
used
really
one.
cool.
Yeah.
So if we had the disposable income of, these crazy super rich people, like they could easily get that and they wouldn't even notice it would be a drop in the pond,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. We'll tell you what. We do have Kyle in the waiting room.
Oh, now we
he's,
go. Okay.
He's waiting, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take our break. We're gonna listen to some news. Thank our sponsors. We'll be right back after this with your KCHW morning show right here on KCHW 102.7. Not brought to you by Volkswagen.
It's not. Really cool.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, for those of you listening online, just a quick little sneak peek as we do a sound check with Kyle. Kyle, welcome to the show.
Howdy, folks.
All right, so we are not on the show
How you
yet.
doing, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Nice to meet you. I'm Chuck. So if you look over there, I don't know if I switched the cameras over yet. That's Paula, and that's Daniel. Or that's sorry, his bandmate is Daniel. That's Dylan. I know.
Paula and Dylan. It's a pleasure.
That is Dylan. Paula's husband is Daniel.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll try to keep that all together.
just think of Dylan. So yeah, we're just about to head into our break. We're going to listen to some news and do our sponsorships. It'll be about 8 minutes, and then we'll be back on the show with you for the second half of the show.
Cool. Great. Can you hear me all right and everything?
I can. I got to turn you. Can you turn up just a hair so we don't crank the gain here too much? If not, I can get you.
I'm just using these AirPods.
Okay, I think we can get you. I'll just turn my gain up a little more.
Which I don't think gives me the option. It doesn't in my audio. It doesn't really look like I have the.
I think we got you. I think we're good. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like looking here in my in my stuff. If there's input volume, I do have. Is this a little bit better?
Ooh,
do anything better?
Yeah, that is better. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Right, perfect.
Great, man.
Perfect. Well,
I can go more if you need to. I'm at like 75% now.
Yeah, give me just a little more so I don't have to crank the gain up
Okay.
so much.
How about this? What do we think about this?
That's good. That's good. Perfect. All right.
Cool.
Thanks, man. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, great.
Let me switch over here.
Justice Department this week prompted more questions, spurring a push to limit the taxpayer dollars that some feared could go to Trump supporters who harmed law enforcement officers on January 6. Meantime, an environmental group fighting for clean water is criticizing the Environmental Protection Agency's decision to roll back rules on PFAS, otherwise known as forever chemicals.
PFAS are used in everyday products such as nonstick pans, food packaging, and firefighting foam. The federal government would ease 4 regulations on these substances and allow delays until 2031. Dan Firth with the Sierra Club of Tennessee warns that could leave residents exposed to polluted water for years.
We're certainly disappointed to see that they're not putting the health of the citizens first, and it will result in citizens of Tennessee drinking contaminated water that is unhealthy.
This week, the EPA announced it's making more than $10 million available in grants to help Tennessee's small and disadvantaged communities tackle PFAS and other emerging contaminants. Danielle Smith reporting.
Next, this Mental Health Awareness Month, survivors of natural disasters in North Carolina are speaking out about the trials of rebuilding after the fact.
Hurricane Helene survivor Gina Heath is a trauma specialist and mother of 3 from Marshall. Nearly every home in her neighborhood had to be gutted or torn down entirely after floodwaters reached 20 feet high, and not knowing if her family could recover from the devastation led to extreme stress. She explains trauma following a natural disaster can take many forms. For her 2-year-old, it involves separation anxiety. For her neighbors, it involved trips to the emergency room.
That played out in surgeries, hospitalizations, things that may have seemed unrelated, but that I'm guessing were actually fallout from all of the emotional duress and complex PTSD and the stress that put on people's health and wellness.
More than 100 people died during Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. Official estimates put damages and rebuilding needs following severe flooding and landslides for the state after the disaster at nearly $60 billion. I'm Simone Perez.
Nearly 5,000 homeowners in North Carolina are still waiting on government assistance to rebuild their homes. This is Public News Service. After 6 years of organizing, Penn State University faculty have formed a union to gain a stronger voice and greater influence in university decisions. The Penn State Faculty Alliance reports about 75% of participating faculty voted to join the Service Employees International Union. More than 2,300 supported the effort and about 850 opposed. Julio Palma-Anda, an associate professor of chemistry, says the move follows years of frustration over limited faculty input on key decisions.
I think employees should have a voice in their workplace. We have made through the years several attempts to raise our voice, our concerns concerns, collaborate with the administration, but we have been quite ignored.
He says without a formal collective bargaining structure, faculty lacked a meaningful voice in decision-making. The union will represent faculty of all ranks across University Park and Commonwealth campuses. And during Mental Health Awareness Month, Indiana youth advocates say strong relationships and supportive adults can improve teen mental health. We get more from our Joe Ilori.
Data from the Indiana Youth Institute show nearly 30% of Indiana students in grades 7 through 12 reported feeling sad or depressed for at least 2 weeks in 2024. Nearly 14% said they had considered suicide. Tammy Silverman with the Indiana Youth Institute says small everyday moments can help protect kids from deeper struggles.
So this can be a family dinner without phones. It can be a mentor who comes back time and time again. It can be a coach.
Supporters say schools and community groups are expanding counseling and mentoring programs. Some critics argue schools should stay focused on academics and leave other responsibilities to families. Mental health experts believe support at home and school often work best together.
Finally, communities across Minnesota will soon see an infusion of state aid for public works projects. It's from a new bonding bill that was cleared by lawmakers during the spring session.
State lawmakers agreed on a $1.2 billion package to help finance projects like wastewater treatment plant upgrades. Representative Pugh Lee of Minneapolis says those types of investments will save money for residents because local entities won't have to foot all of the bill. He says there's other spending that will benefit all of Minnesota.
We have funding to protect our natural resources, to protect our assets, to the DNR, our state parks and trails.
The Minnesota Association of Professional Employees, which represents state workers, says the package funds many of its members' needs, although often at lower levels than desired. MAPE also noted the exclusion of an infrastructure project serving the state-owned St. Peter Regional Treatment Center, but the union applauded money for the Faribault Vocational Programs building, citing the importance of inmate and staff safety. I'm Mike Moen.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:15.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center for service. Vehicle sales are open 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with service open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services available at colvilletoyota.com. Colville Toyota, a small-town dealership with a big heart.
And by
LMK Floors in Chewelah, serving Chewelah and the surrounding areas. Located at 110 East Main Street in Chewelah, next door to Bradley's Taekwondo. Locally owned and operated, LMK Floors provides sales of floor coverings, blinds, and countertops for a variety of home and business projects. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. LMK Floors, now open at 110 East Main Avenue in Chewelah. LMK means let me know. More information about LMK Floors can be found at lmkfloors.com or by calling 509-936-9099. KCHW would like to thank LMK Floors for their support of public radio in Stevens County.
Programming brought to you by Ryan Moore, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Deer Park, Washington. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Edward Jones is a firm that helps individuals and business owners achieve their financial goals. More information is available at edwardjones.com or by calling 509-276-2974. Edward Jones, member SIPC, with locations in Deer Park and Chewelah.
This is KCHW 102.7.
It's 8:17.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center for service. Vehicle sales are open 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with service open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services available at colvilletoyota.com. Colville Toyota, a small-town dealership with a big heart.
And by
LMK Floors in Chewelah, serving Chewelah and the surrounding areas. Located at 110 East Main Street in Chewelah, next door to Bradley's Taekwondo. Locally owned and operated, LMK Floors provides sales of floor coverings, blinds, and countertops for a variety of home and business projects. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. LMK Floors, now open at 110 East Main Avenue in Chewelah. LMK means let me know. More information about LMK Floors can be found at lmkfloors.com or by calling 509-936-9099. KCHW would like to thank LMK Floors for their support of public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW 102.7.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We love our sponsors so much. They're so nice. We had to name them twice. Right? Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show, everybody. We are back again for the second half with myself, Chuck Ritchie, my lovely co-host, Miss Paula Randall, Mr. Dylan Ashbaugh, and we are joined with our very special guest today, Mr. Kyle Tuttle. Just a second. I have my computer muted. All right. Good morning, Kyle. How you doing?
Hey there. I'm doing well. Chuck, how you doing?
I'm great. Great. How are you? Wait, I already asked you that.
I'm still good.
Outstanding. So, Kyle, you're a banjo player, a traveling banjo player. So why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a traveling banjo player, and I write songs, and I have made my way playing in a bunch of different bands over the years, and now I kind of mostly am doing my own show. I've graduated, you might say, to doing my own show. Yeah, man, I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I've been playing the banjo for about 22 years or something like that now. I don't know. There's a whole lot more to it than that.
Right on.
Very cool.
So you've had quite the career. I've seen some of the stuff that you've collaborated with a bunch of other musicians. I see you playing next month with one of my favorite musicians of all time that I'm just blown away by, Keller Williams. I've seen him many times in concert. Back before he switched to bluegrass when he was doing the looping thing.
Yeah,
phenomenal guy. And really quick before we want to because you've performed with this other artist before. You and Molly, not related, correct?
That is correct. No relation.
But you have played with Molly Tuttle before, and anybody that follows anything with bluegrass knows she's right up there with one of the biggest names in bluegrass.
Yeah. I played banjo in the Golden Highway band, Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway, and that was we put out two records and toured for about 3 years on that project, and that sort of came to a close in the beginning of 2024, or about the middle of 2025, I guess.
Yeah, wow, very cool. So you've been playing for a long time. Did you grow up in a musical family?
Not really, man. My grandparents had this little toy guitar when I was a tiny kid, and I picked it up and just started banging songs on it, singing nonsense and strumming little nonsense on it. And so they put me in guitar lessons when I was about 5 years old, I guess. And I played guitar until I was 17, and actually my grandparents as well had this old banjo up in the closet, and that I had never known they had. And I was sort of getting into bluegrass music. I was like a punk rocker and playing like heavy metal stuff on the electric guitar, at that time as a teenager. And I started getting more into folk music and the bluegrass thing. And they had this old banjo, so they gave it to me for my 17th birthday, and I just fell in love with it right away. And that's sort of all I've ever done since then.
Oh, very cool.
Nice. I do. There is a surprising amount of crossover between musicians that do rock, metal, hard rock, and bluegrass. It seems like there's almost a natural progression towards that. Did you?
Yeah, I think there's something that's, well, for one, the if you're a lead instrument player, a lead guitar player in that sort of shreddy heavy metal world, it's all really fast technical playing, and it's really on top of the beat, really sort of leans forward in the time feel of the music. And bluegrass banjo is very similar. It's kind of the same, it sort of falls into that category too. It's a lot of technical proficiency is required and a lot of fast moving finger stuff, and it really leans on the front end of the beat, so there's a lot of overlap between being an electric guitar player and being a bluegrass banjo player.
And weirdly enough, it actually goes really well together. If you've ever heard any bands that sort of meld the two together, it actually is it's beautiful. It's a natural mix. I think, and I'm going to get this wrong, one of the best quotes I think I've ever heard, and I can't remember who said it, but it was that bluegrass artists switch to bluegrass when they want to stop, when their music doesn't need to prove anything, and they want it to mean something.
Right.
If that makes sense. And I totally butchered that quote, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
So I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I didn't quote it well enough to get in trouble for stealing somebody's quote. How about that?
We have a listener who says, "I've never seen a banjo play metal before." Rah! That's probably true.
There's some out there.
Are there?
For sure.
I have.
Oh my
if,
gosh!
If you haven't, you're not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too funny.
It's out there. So tell you what. So are you touring right now?
I sort of right now my schedule is mostly like weekends, going out and doing weekend shows. I've got a little boy that just turned 1 year old. And so we are, I'm trying not to be on the road all the time. As past years have been, gone for 120 something days a year, so this year I'm trying not to do that.
Right on. I hear it. And like I said, I did see you've got some dates coming up, and you're mostly in the Missouri, Illinois area. So probably stuff that's a day drive away at most.
That stuff with Keller Williams, I'm going to be doing like a week. It's like, I think it's like 4 shows, so it's not too heavy duty. Probably like a Thursday through a Sunday or Friday through Monday or something like that. So yeah, I know we're doing some Midwest. I know we're doing some Michigan. I know we're going to be in Kokomo, and I know we're going to be in Peoria, I think, maybe on that.
Just caught a listing for Alma, Colorado, South Park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's. I think that's going to be July 4th weekend. Is that what that is?
Yeah, July 3rd and 4th. It looks like.
Very cool. Story time here. The very first time I ever met, I've met him a few times. The first time I ever met Keller Williams, and the first time I really got introduced to his music was around a campfire in Denali, Alaska. I was working on the train.
Whoa.
And this was 2000, 2001 maybe. I was working for the Alaska Railroad, and we were stopped in Denali. We had an overnight stop. Actually, it was a weekend I wasn't working, so I decided I wanted to take the train and just explore and play and see what the tourists do. So we had stopped in Denali. I knew all the people that work in the restaurants and the industry there. So it was like an after hours bonfire back behind the resort. And, there's this amazing music being played around the campfire. And this guy was over there playing his guitar. And then he picked up another instrument and started playing it. And he was barefoot dancing around the fire, just going nuts. I'm like, holy cow, who is this? And they're like, oh, that's Keller Williams. And I'm like, I was just instantly in love with the guy. And yeah, just
cool.
Late night, he was there playing or something, or he might have just been on vacation. I don't even remember, but yeah, just picked up a guitar around the campfire with all the employees of the resort. So
sounds about right.
Yeah, with very Keller Williams things to do. So yeah, I mean, you've had a pretty great career. When did you start playing? Because I mean, you say you've been playing for about 20 years, and you don't look much older than maybe 25, 30.
No, well, that's generous, man. I'll take it. Yeah, no, I've been I went to school actually. I went to the Berklee College of Music for a little while to study the banjo. And I was 23 when I did that. That was 2009. So anybody that's quick with math can figure out how old I am.
I'm not that quick with math this early in the morning.
Yeah, man, I've been at it for a pretty long time, and I think I've been lucky enough to do a lot of things, and a wise man that I know in the business once said, if you stay in it long enough, you'll play them all.
Right.
About venues and theaters and festivals and everything there is to do. I mean, if you don't give up, eventually you're going to make it to a lot of places.
Mm-hmm. Do you have? Are you at liberty to say? Do you have a favorite venue that you've played at? That's a tough question. That's a tricky one.
Yeah, they're like snowflakes, man. It's hard to say, what's a favorite. I've got some favorite festivals, some places that, I mean, the Telluride Bluegrass Festival is one of those iconic things. I've gotten to play. There's one up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin called the Blue Ox Festival. That's a really killer outdoor event. There's another one in Lyons, Colorado called Rocky Grass that's really great. There's one that's happening this weekend I kind of wish I was at, called Del Fest up in Cumberland, Maryland. The Del McCurry Band and their family puts that on. I've gotten to play at the Ryman here in Nashville a handful of times. The Ryman Auditorium, that's kind of the what they call the mother church of country music, nice. And so that's it's a pretty historic place. So
right on.
Lucky to have been able to grace that stage a few times in my life so far.
Nice.
Hopefully a few more coming.
Nice. So I got to say too, and I do see a lot of shift in the bluegrass culture. You you're very flamboyant banjo player. I'm looking at your pictures. You've got you look like a rock star playing the banjo. Do you find that? I mean, I've known from. I mean, I'm not a musician, but I've known from what I've seen in the bluegrass industry that it's a very accepting. They welcome people. There's all kinds of musicians that get into bluegrass. Do you find that you get welcomed with open arms with your performance style, or?
Yeah, I mean, more so than years ago. Yeah, it's the field has sort of opened up and leveled a little bit in the past. I mean, I think years ago, traditionally, bluegrass was a more a music with a little bit more of a conservative image. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Suits and ties and sort of that type of thing. But I mean, in the last 10 years, 15 years, there's always been fringe bluegrass acts, of course, I mean, all the way back to bands like Olden and the Way. You had yes. Jerry Garcia and David Grisman. Jerry, when he was in the Grateful Dead, had a side project where he was playing banjo and that was sort of a fusion project, Vassar Clements and Peter Rowan were more from the traditional bluegrass world, and then but they're hippies too, and then you got Jerry and David and John Kahn, all these guys
Tony Rice
and John Kahn played played bass in the Jerry Garcia band as well as Olden and the Way, so there's a lot of overlap there. I mean, the John Hartford, there's always been hippies in bluegrass. But these days, I think we are accepted a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
across the board.
Well, I know in my early 20s, I got a copy of the pizza tapes, with Grisman and Garcia and Tony Rice, and And I think I played it until it wore out, and then I bought another copy, and I played that till it wore out. And that was this, Old and in the Way, and all those guys, Grisman. They were my soundtrack for my early 20s. It was, and I got to see Grisman in concert a few times too, and I just fell in love with it, and that gypsy jazz style and sort of the fusion. There's a lot of crossover between the old hippie music jam bands and bluegrass.
Yeah, big time. And the catalog too. I mean, that's another cool thing that the Grateful Dead sort of had a good hand in, is that they were, even before Old and in the Way, Jerry was a folk guy and a banjo player before the Grateful Dead existed, and before the Warlocks existed. And so that band, by playing some of that catalog, what the Deadheads call "Going Down the Road Feeling Bad" is actually the bluegrass title of it is "Lonesome Road Blues." But there's a handful of stuff like that. "I Know You Rider" and "Sitting on Top of the World" was on the first. "Sitting on Top of the World" was on the first. The self-titled Grateful Dead record, and like you can trace that song back to like Leadbelly playing it on the blues guitar, and to like the Bill Monroe and Mac Wiseman era of bluegrass, Stanley Brothers and all that stuff. All those guys played that song. So by the Dead putting stuff like that in their catalog, they sort of, I think, unintentionally were the beginning of merging merging these two worlds musical worlds in a really cool way. So now, when the hippies go to a bluegrass show, they hear these things, they hear these songs that they think of as like Dead songs, Dark Hollow, you think of it as like, oh man, it's on Reckoning. It's like the Dead. Well, it's the Dead, and it's Monroe too,
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the many things that I truly love about that. It's all real American music. It's the American music catalog, and it sort of transcends those two genres or multiple genres, including those two, in a really cool way.
Well, it does, and it can even go back further to that when you really trace the roots back to like Celtic folk music. Over in the Ozarks, all the those. It really goes. It goes straight back to the Europe in the early days of America. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, I mean those Garcia Grisman records, they were playing a lot of like sea shanties and stuff. Songs that predate even American music and history, some of that catalog. So that's it's really cool stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Songs about what was the one about the monkey that stole the train?
Yeah, Monkey and the Engineer.
Yeah, I love that one. That's a great tune. So tell you what, we've got some of your files here, some of your songs rather. I'm in producer mode. I'm like calling them files. Sorry. So tell you what, we've got 4 songs here. Do you wanna pick one for us to play, and we can take a listen?
Sure. Yeah. How about you play? There's one on there called "Not Quite Spring." I wrote this about getting yourself sort of painted into a Bob Ross painting.
I love that.
That's fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. "Not Quite Spring." "Not Quite Spring" by Kyle Tuttle. And Kyle, tell us before we listen, who all's playing on this album? Is it?
Man, this is sort of a hotshot all-star cast here. We got I'm playing banjo, and the bass player is a guy named Travis Book from a band called the Infamous String Dusters, and the guitar player's name is Cody Kilby. He's kind of a bluegrass legend, but he currently plays with the Traveling McCurries. Used to play with Ricky Skaggs, and the mandolin player is actually Dominic Leslie. He played in Golden Highway, Molly Tuttle's Golden Highway band with me, and he plays in my band still a lot currently. And the guy on fiddle is named Julian Pinelli, and he comes from an awesome family of fiddle and string players out of North Carolina. And he's been playing with Peter Rowan band for a couple of years and other stuff like that. So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's it.
Well, here we go. "Not Quite Spring."
Well, it's colder on the mountain than I ever thought it'd be. One won't you paint my darling right here next to me? Well, it's lonely on this mountain, and I wanna go back home. I never found what I came for. Now I'm skin and bones. Well, I'm all skin and bones, darling, nothing left to see. If you don't believe me, count the days I'm gone. Here and there and here, there's happy little trees, but I'm lost down in the brush strokes all alone. Oh, Bobby, won't you paint me an airplane? Oh, Bobby, won't you paint me a fast train? Bobby, can you paint me a banjo tune? Bobby, can you paint me off of this mountain back into my living room?
Outstanding. Oh, so I got my mic. I got to turn down here. I had it cranked up too much. Okay. There we go. Man, incredible stuff, dude.
Thank you.
That was great. I just, like Dylan was saying, very, he could totally hear the Garcia in there, the Dead in there.
One of the songs that we had done.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have your mic on.
Oh, that's good. One of the songs that we had done was me and my uncle, and it was like, the Dead stuff just was like an episode rather than just a song, and I'm kind of hearing that too. It's like a new, part in the series, basically, each song that you write. So great lyrics.
Totally. Yeah, I actually have a live album that has a version of me and my uncle on it. And I sort of did a goofy thing where I took an old Bill Monroe instrumental tune called Southern Flavor, and put that, like, instead of I sing verses of me and my uncle, and then instead of putting a solo on an instrumental section on the form of that song, we switch to this Bill Monroe tune. So it's like a verse of me and my uncle, and then we play Southern Flavor, and then another verse of me and my uncle, and then we play Southern Flavor again, and then another verse of me and my uncle. So it's really got it's really got this kind of like you're talking about, the song already is sort of a saga of events, and so we just sort of built on the intensity of that by adding this other tune into this sort of thing.
Right on. So, we touched a little bit on, how the genre of bluegrass is kind of changing. Like you said, it used to be, you picture like Bill Monroe with his bolo tie being introduced by, these, now introducing Bill Monroe, and it's a bunch of guys standing still playing. It seems like with sort of this shift in bluegrass, it's gaining a younger audience. And I've seen that. And it's not just the younger audience getting to know modern bluegrass artists. They're actually going back and exploring some of these original younger bluegrass artists. Have you seen that? Do you get a lot of younger folks at your shows?
Younger than me because I'm an old man. Yeah. I'm just kidding. What's cool about that? I mean, that's what's. I think the reason that happens is that the tradition of this music is so strong, and like I said, you got these bands like the Dead, that would play a bunch of their original material, but then also play these old traditional songs. That's kind of still in the vein of even the younger bands that do this, that are writing their own songs, still very commonly in their live show. Bands are putting out records where it's mostly their material or whatever, but in their live show, when you see these bands play, you're always going to hear them do some traditional material too, and I think both the bands, on one hand, the bands are, if you're a real lover of this music, you want to take it and make it your own to some degree. Any artist is going to do a cover or a traditional song. They're going to try to make it their own to some degree, but you really want to pay homage or tribute, and do it justice. Do justice to the original thing, with enough of the flavor that is where it came from, that the listener understands that where it came from, and that you're demonstrating that a true love of that, and then that's met by the listener who, a lot of listeners of this music, of bluegrass music, typically are players also. I mean, if you go to I don't know, there's not really quite as many, heavy metal festivals or whatever, but if you go to a heavy metal festival, the bands, the music's all electric. It doesn't lend itself in the same way to, like, if you go to a bluegrass festival, once the show is over, you go back to the campsite. It's all you need is an acoustic guitar and a banjo and a mandolin and a bass, to fiddle to play this music. And so there's the listeners love to play this music too. The listeners are players as well. And so I think that not only does a cool thing to help keep the music alive, but it also, like, sparks the listener to be like, oh, I heard the band tonight play this song that I know is traditional. Like, where's it from? Who did it? What other versions of it exist? Where can I find other versions of this song? Which is I think it really grows the thing in a big way, because many times the listeners of this music are have a sort of inquisitive nature that leads them down the rabbit hole of trying to find out more about this stuff, and not just taking it at face value of the artist that they heard play it tonight, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a really cool communal thing that I think is kind of unique to probably to folk music in general, but specifically in this time period that we're in, specifically to bluegrass, because of the sort of renaissance that bluegrass is kind of going through right now.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, musically, the bluegrass as a genre is kind of stripped down to basic elements. You don't see a lot of pedals and distortion and effects. There's really nothing for the musicians to hide behind. It's just pure music.
Yeah.
Well, it's like kind of reminded me of our friend Tammy, who plays the spoons, right? And I mean, and she can jump in with this kind of music real easy, and after the show's done or whatever, like you were talking about, around the campfire, after hours parties and stuff. But it was a metal show, obviously. Spoons aren't going to match too well in there.
I mean, they might. You never know. I won't say no.
I won't say no either. But she loves to jump in there, and like you said, it's that kind of music where it just makes people want to jump in and participate. Yeah.
Well, we did your band, the Zach Pass band. We checked them out. They had an album release party last week, and she was there before you guys played. Yeah. There was this full-on screamo band playing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And she was up there playing her spoons.
Awesome. Yeah.
Everyone wearing black and black makeup and going along to the screamo band, and she's out there with her spoons, just going away, being awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. So tell you what, I want to hear.
I was gonna say, let's hear something else.
We got about 4 songs here to play.
Yeah.
What's the next song you want us to play?
How about there's one on there called Hard to Say.
Hard to Say. Okay. And do you want to tell us the story behind this?
A little bit longer of a tune here, but hopefully we got time for that. I think it might be like 6 minutes long or something like that.
Oh yeah, we got five and a half. All the time in the world.
Conservative. Yeah, this one, man, this one's let's see, this one, what do you say about it? It's it's I was going through a lot in my life when this sort of got written. So it's just about sort of figuring out how to get up and move on with your business. I was going through a divorce, and I also lost a dear friend of mine who was a sort of a musical mentor, but also was my boss at the time I was playing in his band. It was a big time of upheaval, you could say, in my life. This was about 6 years ago now, 6 years ago. And it's also the tune. It's also, written around that kind of that hard driving bluegrass sound. And then it also jumps into this little instrumental section where you'll hear a little bit more of that, type of Garcia influence. There's a Mutron. The banjos run through a Mutron. Speaking of pedals, the banjo actually does run through a Mutron envelope filter, which is like that classic Jerry Garcia guitar sound.
Yes.
From tunes like Althea and Shakedown Street and stuff like that. So it's a fusion of worlds here.
Outstanding.
Nice.
And I got to ask you real quick. So is this all? So your new album is Labor of Lust, right?
Yeah, that's the most recent record I put out.
And are these on the songs we're hearing today?
Yes,
Are they on
yeah,
that
all
album?
these,
Okay.
all of these are on that record.
Nice.
I really just kind of wanted to make sure I had the right album art up there when I played the song.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, here we go. We'll be right back. Or let's listen to the song. We're not going anywhere.
Listen to songs, right.
Sometimes I get on autopilot in the morning. Here we go.
Yeah.
Darling's putting on her smile. You know that she's been putting on a while. It's hard to say, 'cause every day is a different day when you're living all those days out in denial. But if you get tired of walking in that line, sit down and have a drink of turpentine. It's hard to say why there's no light to light the way when you're turning dirty water into wine. I'm running in my place, closing in, about to lose that race. It's hard to say what makes a good man act that way, maybe longing for another time and place. Knowing that it's gone and gone for good makes you wonder what the hell you're waiting on, when it seems like such a short time to be here and a long time to be gone. can make you feel that way, but I know you had my back right from the start. Those fairy tales have built it up so tall, but looking at it now, it's kind of small. It's hard to say, what does it really cost to play? You may love the games, but you can't win them all. Knowing that it's gone and gone for good makes you wonder what the hell you're waiting on. But it seems like such a short time to be here and a long time to be gone.
Sorry about that. I was so into the song I forgot to stop it on time.
Nice.
Wow. That was absolutely beautiful.
Very well done.
Yeah, that was really neat.
Oh man, and I totally
Thanks,
heard that distortion you're talking about in there. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know, and I love some of those influences you talked about. Man, they really come through.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, I mean, it's not traditional bluegrass by any stretch of the word, but I think, like I was saying, I think the goal, my goal, one of my goals in making this music, is to, create something that's unique and original and still lets you know that I know where all this stuff came from,
Yeah.
that everything you say comes through in your music, and it's just fantastic. I got to go out and get your album now, man.
Oh, shucks.
So
Thanks,
speaking
Chuck.
of, tell us, where can people get this album?
You know what? Interestingly enough, right now, you kind of can't get it.
It's exclusive.
It's on. I mean, you can get it everywhere that music is free. Spotify and all that stuff. It's in all those places. There are not any physical copies of it left. I had it was printed on. It was like the original pressing was a limited pressing on vinyl, and those are all gone. But I am in the works of getting a second round printed. So soon, stay tuned. Soon you will be able to go to kyletuttle.com and order a vinyl copy. There's not going to be any copies of it on CD, I don't think, anywhere.
Okay.
Nice.
Are you going to do any digital downloads, or are you just going to stick to vinyl?
I don't know. Probably just the vinyl. It might be on Bandcamp.
Mm-hmm.
It might be digital downloadable on Bandcamp, but I'm not even sure if it is. I'm not very good at the promotional part of this whole thing. I don't know if you can tell.
You got people for that.
Yeah. So, but it's anywhere that you can listen to music for free, you can find it there for sure.
Right.
Nice.
Well, I have a few of your songs here. Do you mind if I put them in our regular rotation?
Happily, please do.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
We have a couple of listeners who are saying they're getting subtle notes of Bella Fleck.
Well, it's quite the compliment.
Yeah, we had two, so very, very neat.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, he's another major influence on me. I mean, I don't really know how anybody could be a banjo player in 2026 and not have been somehow influenced by Bela, because his reach is just so grand.
Right.
But he's another one of these guys that sort of I'm inspired by to sort of he straddles that line perfectly of he's extremely creative. He's taken the banjo to worlds that nobody ever dreamed that the banjo could go to, and even in those spaces, he's very tastefully puts a little tip of the hat back to Earl Scruggs, and lets you know through his playing, lets you know that not only can he go to the outer reaches of space, but he can also bring it right back to exactly where it all started and how the reason why we love it in the first place,
Absolutely.
So
there's some of the other bands. There's some of the other bands out there, like I'm thinking like Leftover Salmon, String Cheese, that really sort of bring together those worlds of that hippie jam band and bluegrass and do it just seamlessly and beautifully.
Yeah, big time. And the guys, Noam Pekelny played banjo for Mark Van originally with Leftover Salmon. Mark Van was the guy. He's the one that really defined that sound, and with a lot of electric banjo, which again, the electric banjo was sort of pushing boundaries, especially at that time. It still is. I mean, just the fundamental concept of an electric banjo pushes boundaries. But Mark Van really did some wild stuff with it. And then would also just play it, would play straight ahead down the line and let you know that he was rooted in the real fundamentals of the instrument, you know. And then Mark was followed by Noam Pekelny, who's a great banjo player, plays with the Punch Brothers now. And Noam was followed by Andy Thorne, who's now been in the band for many years. Andy's a dear buddy of mine out in Boulder, Colorado. And again, Andy's one of these dudes that just he's a good old North Carolina boy. He's not from that far from where Earl Scruggs was from, and there's just something in the water over there, I swear, about making good banjo players. And Andy can jam way up the neck and do some wild stuff with the very best of them, and then still let you know that he knows where it all comes from.
Yeah, and I think I love the Leftover Salmon. They refer to it as Cajun slam grass.
Yeah, polyethnic Cajun slam grass.
Yeah, that's right. I've had the fortune of seeing them in concert a couple times. Amazing show. Well, tell you what. Speaking of shows, we are out of time here. If I could get you, can I get you to do me a quick little favor?
Absolutely.
Can I get a little soundbite from you to put in front of your songs that we're going to put in the station? Would you mind doing a little station ID for us?
Absolutely. It's KCHW, right?
Right. Can you say your name? This is Kyle Tuttle. You're listening to KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio. You don't have to say the Northern. You can just say KCHW 102.7. That's a little easier.
I mean, Northern Lights Public Radio is pretty cool. You know,
right.
Just it sounds hip. This is Kyle Tuttle, and you're listening to KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
Oh, first take.
Perfect.
We got it.
Nice.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll have our team.
I've always heard I had a face for radio.
I'll have our team send over the legal documents to use that. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to get on with our day. We got to get to the market. I'm sure you've got places to be. I really, really appreciate you coming on this morning. I've really enjoyed our conversation. What we're going to do is we're going to play our outro song, and then we're going to go ahead. And actually, we're going to play it before our outro song. We're going to end the show with one of your last songs. Which one would you like us to end the show with?
Oh, cool. That's awful kind of you. Let's go with okay. Do you want some more of that hippie stuff, or do you want like a more traditional bluegrass sounding?
Give me the good hippie stuff.
Okay, there's cool. I love that answer. There's one that I sent you there called "Saddle Up." That would be the more hippie grass version of what I do. Thanks, Chuck and Paula and Dylan. It's been a pleasure chatting with y'all. Appreciate you having me on today.
No problem.
Great,
you know, if you're ever in
thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, if you're ever in Northeast Washington and the Pacific Northwest, give us a call, and we got a place for you.
Yep.
Great. Happily.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You've been listening to the KCHW Morning Show right here on KCHW 102.7. You can stay tuned right here tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. for the best classic rock and more. Then from 8 to 10 p.m., we're going to be trapped in the psychedelic era with The Hermit. Then from 10 to 11, we're going to stick around with The Hermit for Days of Confusion. And don't forget, tomorrow morning from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we have Chihuahua Rocks Reggae with our newest DJ Chris Rose. And, of course, we'll see you out at the Farmers Market. We've got tickets for Igor and the Red Elvises with us and tickets for next week's talent show. Chihuahua's Got Talent 8. Coming to you, so make sure to come on by. See us at the Farmers Market. And here we go, ending the show with Saddle Up by Kyle Tuttle. Thank you so much. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank y'all.
Have I heard you walking in? How many footprints can a ghost leave on the floor till they're not here no more? How many days will it be? How many times will I turn around and see your silhouette shadow on the wall. Could you be here at all? And I'm tired as hell, but I'm so restless. And I need a break, but nothing takes to slow me down. And my past cannot be where my best is. So I'll saddle up each day and ride my buggy into town. How many reasons do you need? How many hearts is it possible to feed? How many lovers come a knocking at your door begging for something more? Sometimes it only takes a soul. Sometimes it only takes a friend to sing along. Sometimes it only takes a chorus and a verse. Sometimes it's something worse. But I'm not giving in or giving up. Damn it, man, I swear to you I've tried. I might be coming to the table with an empty cup. Brother, don't you know I'm on your side? And I'm tired as hell, but I'm so restless. And I need a break, but nothing takes to slow me down. And my past cannot be where my best is. So I'll saddle up each day and ride my buggy into town. side of this, you'll find me with my arms out open wide. I'd do it all again and catch the things I've missed. Brother, don't you know I'm on your side?